The pgAdmin graphical interface provides a number of dialog-based workflows for accomplishing common tasks. This saves us from having to write out the SQL commands ourselves like we did on the command line. I like to create a second database using these dialogs here in pgAdmin, so we can compare the two different working environments. Now that we have opened up the create database dialog workflow, the only thing that we need to fill out here is the database name. Let's make a database to store information about various names. Technically, that's all we need. We can simply hit the save button to run the SQL commands in the backend and just create our database. We can also assign the database to a different owner account, for example. An employee can configure the database to meet their needs. On the definition tab, we can change the way the text is encoded if we need to meet different compatibility with other systems. UTF-8 is a common text encoding system. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it as is. But if you need to make a change, you can select one from the drop-down menu to suit your needs. Also, we can build the database off of a template. This helps in the case that you have to create lots of different databases that share common tables and configurations. You simply create new database and designate it as a template, and then create new databases off of that. On the security tab, you can assign access permissions to the different users. So some people might be able to read some data from specific tables, but not be able to edit any data from those tables. The parameters tab controls database configuration options, where you can apply settings that affect the performance of the database and customize it for different requirements. The advanced tab allows you to control exactly which schemas would appear inside the sidebar. It effectively allows you to hide components of the database from the view. And finally, the SQL tab displays the actual commands that the pgAdmin sends to the server to create the database to our specifications. You recognize the first line from the prior video, or creating a database named colors, but the rest of the lines go into a little bit more detail about the configuration. From the selections made on the previous tabs, the pgAdmin graphical workflow saves us the trouble of needing to remember all of the possible options. However, if you do get comfortable with the SQL syntax, you can write and execute this snippet of code and get the exact same result. So you have options for how you want to work with your PostgreSQL servers. If at any point you want additional information, you have two buttons at the bottom of your window. The eye icon opens up the page to the Create Database documentation, where you can read more about the specifics of the syntax of the SQL command. Going back to the pgAdmin, the question mark icon opens up a page that provides specific help on the pgAdmin interface, so you can read more about these tabs and their different options and how to make use of them. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel to not lose featured content on PostgreSQL. Also check out my PostgreSQL playlist. As always, see you all later.